Stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
I will tell you, I love this country. I love this country as much as I can love anything. My family, my country, my God. But what they did, it was a false narrative. It was a terrible thing. We can never, ever let this happen to another president again.
And Lindsey today came out at about a 3-minute speech, and he said he's not going to let it happen. He said he's going to go after these guys who lied to FISA court, who made up all this lie. And that he's going to put his committee, he's got a committee, he's going to put it together, he's the head of a committee rather, and he's going to go after them. He's going to bring them forward, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. I'm not going to go through all this, as I'm sure everybody's heard it all, or you had to be under a rock or something, but all weekend this has been going on. But I got to tell you, what's amazing is Mueller, in the end, a bad guy. He hated Trump. He knew within the first 2 months of the investigation there was no collusion. He knew it. So he gets his team together, and it was amazing, like 40 FBI agents. I mean, you go through the numbers, the millions he spent. He said, okay, we can't get Trump, but let's get people around Trump. Well, that wasn't the deal. And when you listen to Democrats on the weekend, they say, yeah, but we got all these indictments. No, you didn't. Had nothing to do with collusion. Not a thing to do with collusion. And the other part, which was interfering, which was the, what's the word calling it? Collusion, and the other side of it was the interference in government. That could have been taken care of by Mueller. He should have came out and said, not only was there any collusion, but we don't have enough proof. There's no proof here to say that Trump has interfered with government. We don't have that proof. But instead he said, well, I'll let the Attorney General handle it. We'll leave it up in the air. Let the Attorney General. And that gave, he knew by doing that, he would give the Democrats an open end to go back after Trump and say, well, he said there was no collusion. Mueller came out and said, definitely no collusion. Trump, his people, his family with Russia. But he never said that he wasn't involved with interfering with the government and all the, I can't think of the word, it just went on my head, because there's two parts to it. And instead of taking a second part, and Mueller should have said, he's clean all around, and he didn't. He did that on purpose because he hated Trump, and he wanted to make sure Trump's life was going to be miserable for the next 2 years, and that's why he did it. So, I mean, but it's an amazing thing, though. I mean, he was a coward. I mean, he wasn't a coward. Everybody say that he's a coward because he did that, because Mueller did that. He cleared him on one end, but didn't clear him on the other end. Well, this guy's no coward, by the way. If you go look up his bio, Mueller was a Marine in Vietnam, and he got a lot of honors, and he was quite a guy, and he was quite a combat officer. He wasn't a coward. They're calling him a coward, but he's not. He just wanted to stick it to Trump. That's all. He wanted to stick it to Trump. So how does this all work with the economy? What's going on? Well, this is not good for the economy, because what's going on with our economy, if you go and you take a look, go back to 2009 and look at a chart from 2009 to where we are now, it shows clearly that the internals in our, and if you go back from 2009, lay it over a chart, and you'll see from 2009 up to 2018, then you could see it had a nice, what we call in our business, a nice cluster, nice tight cluster, had nice consensus. Everybody was going in one direction. Now you look at the chart, it's showing you that this economy is breaking down. The stock market is breaking down. And why? Because Washington is not focusing on the things that we need. You know, they keep telling us, oh, look, we got 7 million jobs, we can't fill them. That's a bunch of malarkey. We got 7 million lousy paying jobs, and the millennials aren't taking them. And people who want to take them, they start figuring out, well, if I have to put my kid in daycare, gasoline, I got to buy gasoline, I need clothes. I'm going from $12 down to $6. It's not worth it. So how this is hurting our economy, and this is why it's amazing. Why can't they see this? Do they have that much hate for Trump? The Democrats, and by the way, Republicans too, that's all they're focusing on. They're not focusing on our economy. Look what happened on Friday. We had a 400-point hit on Friday. 400 points. As investors, the big investors, big guys, the institutions are shifting from stocks to bonds. Now, when you shift from stocks to bonds, remember when people start buying bonds, the yield or interest on a bond goes down and the dollar goes down. So you got to make sure that whoever's managing your account, managing your money, is now adjusting your money so that they have you invested in those parts of the economy, those parts of the market that benefit from a weak dollar, like gold. Now, I think gold is going to just really take off big. Now, gold has been suppressed because the Federal Reserve has been suppressing gold on purpose. Because remember, Federal Reserve sells dollars. Gold is their competition. So they've been suppressing gold as much as they can. But they're not going to be able to suppress it too much longer. Because people now, instead of going to, people shifted out of the stock market and going into bonds, but people are going to start learning quickly, you want to be in gold because you get a much better return. And so my gang, we've had them in gold. We've got them in one stock, gold stock called Nugget, N-U-G-T, and we're doing beautifully with Nugget. In the last few weeks, Nugget was starting to sell off. And then when they made that announcement and the dollar turned around and dropped, when everybody started to shift back to yields away from stocks and everybody started to buy treasuries and the interest or the yields started to go down, everybody started to go back to gold. And in the last few days or since last Wednesday, gold has been doing beautifully. So now I prefer the gold mining stocks. So like Nugget or GDX, and they're doing terrific, good volume, and that's where you should be focused. Go into the mining stocks slowly. Don't go and go crazy right now. But I think it's the gold mining stocks that are going to be the superheroes for the rest of the year because this economy is in deep trouble. Deep trouble. And our economy, okay, remember, has been completely addicted to quantitative easing since 2009. And remember, we never had a recovery, just a recovery for the wealthy. But the majority of Americans have never seen a recovery. And Trump right now is advocating to the Fed for more quantitative easing. He wants more to keep this fake boom alive. I'll talk more about this when I get back and where you should be with your stocks. We'll be right back after this break. 15 past the hour here on Phil's Gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com has taught thousands of people from all walks of life how to invest and make profits in the stock market. philsgang.com can help you generate extra income, maximize your retirement financial savings, and teach you how to avoid costly investing mistakes. With the Phil's Gang membership, you get all the comprehensive stock research and data, analysis tools, Phil's recommendations, and the professional customer support you need to make smarter, more profitable investing decisions. Don't wait. Call today, 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. Did you know Phil Grandy hosts a daily live stock market investing webinar class? Never miss a beat with the market and your investments. Learn, invest, and profit with philsgang.com. Call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1 percentile? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com has taught thousands of people from all walks of life how to invest and make profits in the stock market. philsgang.com can help you generate extra income, maximize your retirement financial savings, and teach you how to avoid costly investing mistakes. With the Phil's Gang membership, you get all the comprehensive stock research and data, analysis tools, Phil's recommendations, and the professional customer support you need to make smarter, more profitable investing decisions. Don't wait. Call today, 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. Did you know Phil Grandy hosts a daily live stock market investing webinar class? Never miss a beat with the market and your investments. Learn, invest, and profit with philsgang.com. Call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Does your money manager send you an alert when the stock position that you're in goes up or it goes down? Does your brokerage send you an alert to get out of a stock position so you don't lose money? Of course they don't. Here at philsgang.com, we keep all of our members engaged with the stock positions that we recommend. Nobody does that for their clients. Nobody. Go to philsgang.com and become a member to get up-to-the-minute alerts. That's philsgang.com. Stop losing money and start making money with Phil's Gang.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
There was no collusion with Russia. The most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. There was no collusion with Russia.
No collusion with Russia. Even Mueller agrees with that. And even the Democrats have to agree with that. But what Mueller did, his hatred for Trump, he couldn't make it clean. He thought of himself and he thought of his Democrats before he thought of the country, Mueller. He doesn't care about the country. He wanted to make sure that the Democrats would keep on going after the president. So what he said was, as far as obstruction, that was the word I was looking for. As far as obstruction, he said, I don't know. I couldn't figure that one out. Wait a minute. He had like 40 FBI agents. He had like 500 agents out there interviewing. He spent like $30 million. He had the horsepower was unbelievable. The staff he had working for him. He couldn't figure that out? Yeah, he figured it out. He figured it out that there was no obstruction. But he didn't want to say that. He wanted to leave it hanging. Goes to show you he's not a patriot. If he did what was right rather than politically, he would have came out and said, there's no collusion, there was no obstruction. But he wanted to keep this going. He wanted to keep it going. Mueller wanted to keep it going. That's how bad a guy he is. So now what happens? Now the Democrats have picked up on the obstruction and saying, oh, he said he wasn't sure about obstruction. Oh, by the way, he said that Mueller said he will let the Attorney General of the United States decide if there was obstruction. Well, Mueller knew exactly what they're going to come back with, the Democrats. Oh, well, we don't trust the Attorney General, Barr. We don't trust him because he was an appointee of the president. And Mueller knew that. He knew that. So now we're going to have all this nonsense going on again for another 2 years as to obstruction. And then you're going to get Congress trying to impeach him, try to prove there was obstruction. I mean, we're going to go through this again. Shouldn't we be working on health care? Shouldn't we be working on our debt? You know, the president's sitting there and he tells Powell, do not, by any stretch, do not raise the rates. Do not. Because, remember, all these lies they've been telling us since Trump was elected, all the lies that we've been told by all these financial TV shows, that we have the best job growth ever, the lowest unemployment rate ever, the fastest economic GDP growth ever, the best wages ever, strongest economy ever, biggest capital gain investment in 20 years, best corporate earnings ever. All were a lie. None of that was true. So as long as we had quantitative easing, where we could keep interest rates low, and as long as the wealthy, who, by the way, remember the difference, the wealthy, as I told you on Friday, they got hurt with Main Street. Everybody lost. But the difference was the wealthy, their wealth, their millions are made in the stock market. So when they got hit in the market, they could recover. That's why they did what they call quantitative easing, QE, which is to stimulate the economy, stimulate the stock market in order to bring interest rates down to zero, so that the big hedge funds, the very wealthy, can borrow money at 0% because 85% of their wealth comes from the stock market, and they can move the market up. Then they put it in stock buybacks. So we've had, since 2009, this 354% rally that was all stimulated, which once was criminal, called quantitative easing, where they made sure they printed all this money to buy bonds, the government. They went from $450 billion to $4 trillion to drop interest rates way down, to lower the short-term rates way down, so that the 1 percentile and the 1/100th of 1 percentile could get back all their wealth quickly. So their wealth grew between 2009 and 2018. They got all their wealth back that they lost, and they doubled what they lost. They doubled it. That's how much money they made, all because of low interest rates. That's called propping the stock market up. But they also knew by doing this, they could take parking space in the head of the people, because they know that most people, okay, they have a herd mentality they'll follow by telling them, oh, the stock market is the indicator of a healthy economy. When the stock market has nothing to do with the economy, they're totally separate. The stock market, remember, the corporations, they produce, they manufacture. Stocks is an ownership of that production or of that company. They're not the same. But they were able to fool everybody from 2009 up to 2018 and had this big rally. Now, then they said, let's raise rates, because if you raise rates, that will solidify that the economy's great. Let's get rates back to normal, to 5%. So they raised rates 2.5%, and what happened? The economy collapsed. As soon as they raised rates to 2.5%, we had 7 million people lose. They couldn't meet their payments on their car. They couldn't make their payments on their credit cards. They couldn't meet their student loan payments. I mean, we had a serious situation because we didn't have the best job growth ever. Remember, all this job growth we've had were terrible jobs. All the good jobs were sent overseas. This best job growth ever is a bunch of nonsense. We got lousy service jobs, just like when they tell you, oh, look at this, we got 7 million jobs. 7 million jobs we can't fill. We got so many people looking for jobs. No, it's a lie. The 7 million jobs are terrible, terrible, low-paying jobs. That's why they're not being filled. They say we have the lowest unemployment rate ever. Not true. We don't have a 4% unemployment rate. Like Trump said when he was a candidate, we have a 12 to 18% unemployment. Because what do? They don't count back in those people that gave up looking for work. If they count those who are unemployed, we'd be at 18%. That's a lie. Fastest growing economy? Not true at all. Our economy is not the fastest growing. You have Brazil, you got Germany. All this has been one big lie. We'll be back right after this break. What are we going to do to make money?
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the markets open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
When the markets open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. It's better than that. I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1 percentile? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
I got it now.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Phil's Gang Stock Corner is brought to you by the MaxVest 1000 stock charts.
Okay, so now this deal is supposed to be over, but it's not going to be over because Mueller left the obstruction part. He left that hanging. He said, I'm not going to make that decision. I'm going to let that decision be up to the Attorney General Barr. And he knew by doing that the Democrats would turn around and say, well, Barr is an appointee of the president, rather than saying Barr, yes, was the appointee, but all of Congress had to approve Barr. They leave that out, of course, okay? But Mueller knew that he was going to cause this conflict until the end of the president's time in office. He knew he was going to cause this. Bad guy. So this may be good for the president, but it's not good for the country. Now, the president will get reelected for sure because the Democrats are going to go off the deep end and try to get him for obstruction. They're saying, well, we don't believe the Attorney General, but Congress has the power, even though we can't indict, even though we can't put grand juries together, we can go after the president and impeach him because we think there's obstruction. And, of course, all day long, all we heard all day, all weekend.
Focusing on the report.
We need to see the report. Let's have the president to release the report in its totality.
We need to see the full Mueller report.
I mean, they're going crazy now. What are they going to see in the report that they don't already know? This is nuts. But my point is that we've got to, in my gang, I told my gang this morning, let's focus on making money. Forget this stuff. Now, the biggest thing that's going to happen is the president is focused on another quantitative easing. He wants to bring interest rates back down to zero or as low as he possibly can to continue the rally that started in 2009, that stopped in October of 2018. He wants to continue it, which is a big mistake because it's not going to work. Because the difference is from 2009 to 2018, there was room on the balance sheet from $400 billion in treasuries on the balance sheet to grow it to $4 trillion. Well, they never sold those treasuries, which they should have done in 2010, 11, and 12, sold those treasuries to bring it back down to $400 billion again. So when the economy stalled like it's doing now, they could do another QE, and they could buy 10-year treasury yields, and they could drop the interest rate back to zero. Well, they can't do that because they still have $4 trillion. It's topped off. They don't have any room. That's why this is going to be the difference. And that's why you need to understand how to short the market. It's not difficult. It's not difficult. It's really easy. Now, give you an example. Now, this is the time I always tell you, this is our stock corner, and I always tell you what our members are doing, how well they're doing. Now, we started to short the bank stocks before anybody else. I called the bank stocks. I said, let's short them. The bank stocks are trailing behind. The stock market's going up, but the bank stocks aren't. You got to have the bank stocks always leading. And when the bank stocks aren't leading and the market's leading, that's a terrible divergence. That means you're going to have another correction. So Trump is trying to do everything he can to do another quantitative easing. Now, it's a contradiction. Think about the contradiction, though. To do another QE. You do QE when the economy has to be stimulated. But we've been told we have the best job growth ever. Well, wait a minute. If they're being told that we have the best job growth ever, and we have the lowest unemployment rate ever, the fastest economic GDP growth ever, best wages ever, strongest economy ever, biggest capital investment in our companies ever, best corporate earnings ever, then why would you be calling for another QE? That's a contradiction. Because those are lies. Best job growth? No. In the last 19 months of the Obama administration, he created 3.9 million jobs. And the first 19 months of Trump, 3.5 million jobs. The jobs, both of them, were all low-paying service jobs, terrible jobs. Lowest unemployment ever, they said. This is what Trump came. He said we had the lowest unemployment ever in the history of our country. Wait a minute. At 3.7%? The only reason the unemployment rate's at 3.7% is because they don't count the 3.7 million discouraged workers. If you go back to 1968, 1951, 1952, 1953, we had a 3.4% unemployment, and that included discouraged workers. They have 3.7%, and they don't include them. So they're lying. They say we have the fastest economic GDP growth ever. Fastest growth ever? No. We had faster economic growth in the 40s, the 60s, and the 90s. Best wages ever? No, not true. We had 1973 is when we had the best wages. In fact, since 1973, we've stagnated. From 1973 to where we are today, we haven't increased. Sure, the size of your check is bigger, but adjusted for inflation, you are not getting paid any more than in 1973. So now you understand those have been lies. They've been carrying this whole deal on lies, and they've been carrying this whole rally. When Trump got into office, he rallied the market 45% more because of the hope Okay, buy into the rumor he was going to repeal Obamacare. Buy into the rumor he was going to build new bridges and infrastructure. He was going to do all that. Buy into the hope. But that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Strongest economy ever? Total lie. The 20s, the 40s, and 90s were much stronger GDP. And as far as capital investment, corporations putting money back into their companies with new equipment and so forth, that's a lie. 60 years ago, okay, we had better capital investment. Capital investment right now is terrible. Best corporate earnings, we have the worst corporate earnings. Because how are we getting our corporate earnings? Through stock buybacks, which is a felony. People used to go to jail, and on and on and on. So we got to be prepared. So like the banks, Wells Fargo, we are now at 4%. We sold short Wells Fargo. We sold short STI. We have a 5% gain. Now, this is only within a week, I think it is, we've had these. We haven't had these this long, or 2 weeks, but last Thursday, we have a 5% return on STI, a 5% or 4% return on Wells Fargo. Join my gang so that you can learn. Okay, it is easy. We do it for you. We tell you exactly what to do. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we post and tell you exactly what to do. God. And then at the same time, we're up 13% in Tiffany. We're up 9% in Costco. We're up 5% in Verizon. So with what is going on now with Congress and going after Trump for obstruction, they're not going to be working on the economy. So Trump knows that. So Trump is trying to get back to quantitative easing, where he's going to try to print another $85 billion a month, and he's going to go buy treasuries to drop the interest rates low, but he's going to find it's going to be very difficult to do because we never lowered the $4 trillion from the $400 billion. See, as soon as the Fed raised rates just 2.5%, our auto loans went delinquent. So did our credit cards. So did our student loans. See, they've been lying to us, saying we've had this great economy for all the years. We haven't. So that's okay. We've made money. We've made money on the way up. Look at it. How can you have a best economy? Look at our budget deficit. It hit a record $234 billion. You know what the interest on that debt is going to be? So don't pay attention to any of that. Let's pay attention to the stocks that we should be in. Those are the stocks that the institutions are buying. I identify them for you with my color-coded chart, and just follow what I tell you to do. You'll make much more money you'll ever make with a 401k. Believe me.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Does your money manager send you an alert when the stock position that you're in goes up or it goes down? Does your brokerage send you an alert to get out of a stock position so you don't lose money? Of course they don't. Here at philsgang.com, we keep all of our members engaged with the stock positions that we recommend. Nobody does that for their clients. Nobody. Go to philsgang.com and become a member to get up-to-the-minute alerts. That's philsgang.com. Stop losing money and start making money with Phil's Gang.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. you immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, we're talking about the economy and the distraction with all this nonsense going on with our Congress. We got to focus on making money. And the one thing, remember, your money manager, whether it's the 401k or your planner, they're not legally obligated to put your interests first. And they don't. They never will. They have no fiduciary relationship with you.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
And that's it. That's it. They're not legally obligated to put your interests first, and they don't. They put their interests, how much money they make, comes first. They're not going to tell you the truth. Like all the red flags, think of all the red flags we had, and none of these people on Fox or CNBC or Bloomberg, none of them discussed it. Example, none of them discussed, we talk about our $22 trillion national debt. Do you know what our world debt is? Like 62 trillion, quadrillion. I mean, it's just amazing. And when the global economy slows down, that kills our economy. And that's what happened on Friday. On Friday, when the market went down 400 points, you weren't prepared. You weren't prepared at all to go short, to make money as the market went down 400 points. But if you're a member, we do that for our members immediately. They don't have to worry. This thing about this great economy, just go look on your chart. Our economy stopped going up in October. The stock market stalled in October, dropped 20% because the interest rate at 2.5% was too high. A normal rate of interest is 5%. They couldn't even get to 2.5%, and the market started to collapse. Now, with all the fighting that's going on, nobody's paying attention to health care. They're not fixing health care. Health care is one of the biggest drains on our economy. Plus, of course, our debt. So they think, well, all we'll do is just keep buying our own stocks back. Let's do another QE, a confidence game. Let's go and buy another $4 trillion. We'll print $4 trillion, buy our bonds. This is the government, and what will happen is the Treasury yield will go down, and it will go down to near zero. The short-term rate will then go down to near zero, and then, but who benefits? Who benefits? Just the 1 percentile, the 157 million people who work in our country. They don't benefit. Half of the 145 million workers in this country, half make less than $20,000 a year. The average people make about $40,000 a year. Sure, they have 401k. It doesn't do them any good. Most of them pull their money out of their 401k to meet their doctor bills, their prescription drug bills. People are, when they keep saying, all right, we're going to do QE, all that's going to happen is just what happened in 2008. The very, very wealthy, who 85% of their income comes from the stock market, where 85% of the wealth for Main Street comes from wages and your home. But remember, you've never recovered. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. When the market crashed in 2008 and 2009, when they started with quantitative easing, it didn't help you. You don't make 85% of your income from the stock market. You're not in the stock market. You make your income from wages. And your wages have been suppressed because they're outsourcing your jobs, globalization. And since 2009, your wages haven't gone up at all. Adjusted for inflation, they haven't. So to tell us they're going to do another QE, they're going to lie again and say we're going to do another QE. This means we're going to drop interest rates. That means the wealthy who provide businesses, they're going to increase their businesses. They're going to increase wages for you. They're going to increase jobs for you. That's what they told us last time. All a lie. They never did that. They put the money in their pocket. Same with the CEOs. CEO said, we're going to take all this newfound money, just the same thing they did with the tax cut. We're going to take all our tax savings, $1 trillion, and we're going to increase capital investment, new machinery, new equipment, so that we can increase productivity so people can get higher wages. All a lie. Nobody's looking out for you. So look out for yourself. You have to look out for yourself. But the only place you can make money is in the stock market. You're never going to make money from wages. So just take a little bit of your money if you can. And join my gang and start out with our 5 stocks, which we tell you, why don't you start out with just one of the 5, and every day at 2 o'clock, we will post instructions on the 5 stocks, tell you exactly what to do. That's the way to do it. And then when the market starts going down, you're going to be in position to make money as the market goes down. If you're in a 401k, you can't. You're not allowed to make money when the market goes down. You sit there, you call your broker, what should I do? What should I do? They tell you, buy even more of it as it goes down. Cost average it down. No, you don't do that. If someone tells you to do that, they should be in jail. They should lose their license, for God's sakes. Here's what people don't understand. And I said this last week, the very, very wealthy, when they lost their wealth, it was stock market wealth. And when they came in and said, let's do quantitative easing for them, give them money zero free so they could go buy stocks, they got their money back, boom, like that. And they doubled their money, boom, they were even wealthier by the time 2018 hit than they were before the crash of 2009. But you take Main Street's net worth of the middle class, never recovered since 2009, where the 1 percentile recovered, double their fortunes because they're in the market. Main Street, your wages come from a good job. You don't have good jobs. Your wages come from equity in your house. You lost that equity. As a matter of fact, even worse, Obama turned around and let all the homes that were foreclosed on, all the banks had all these houses, they foreclosed on everybody. Instead of working out a program with the people who lost their home, he turns around and gives them to Blackstone and Colonial to go, and he I talked about this before. He sold them to them 10 cents on the dollar so they could rent them. Now, the few homes that weren't in that foreclosed, they went from 125 to 3.25. They skyrocketed. I saw it here in Tampa, Sarasota. People couldn't afford to buy those houses. So now they're renting. And they're never going to get out of renting because they never can earn enough money for a down payment because their wages don't go up. And you're not going to make money in the 401k. So I'm begging you, help yourself, help St. Jude. I'm trying to reach out to you. And start with just one stock. Try one. I'm not telling you to give up your 401k because you won't listen to me. You won't do that. There's no way I'll ever talk you into that. You got to tell. You're going to convince yourself. After just 4 weeks being a gang member, you're going to see that one stock that you chose. You're going to be making money, and then you'll take on 2, and then 3. We suggest no more than 5, and you're going to be making more money than you ever made before in the market. You will. As long as, of course, you follow the instructions. But the biggest problem we have right now, as I said, with all this stuff has not stopped. Our Congress, both Republicans and Democrats, are not focusing on the economy. We should have had the repeal of Obamacare by now. We should have had infrastructure. They should be building roads and bridges. They're not doing that either. Nobody's looking out for our interests. And your broker, your planner, they're not even legally obligated to put your interests first, and they don't. So here's the number, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Join the gang, help yourself, and then if you make a little money, help St. Jude. That's a win-win for everybody. Remember, in 1962, St. Jude Hospital, only 4% of the kids who had leukemia survived. Today, because of your generosity, over 90% of kids survive who have leukemia. So join my gang. Start out with just one stock. Follow the instructions to a T. We post them at 2 in the afternoon. And once you start doing that, you're going to see this actually works. So all this nonsense with the obstruction they're going to go after now, forget all that. Let's you and I focus on making money. Let's focus on the wealth effect. The government's going to take care of the wealth effect for the rich. I'll take care of Main Street. Join my gang, Phil's gang.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make